So today's video will be a match preview of the game between Fulham versus Manchester United. The game against Liverpool was a big cracker and a game I actually expected us to win, but unfortunately we could not pull off a victory. Alisson was in top form. Marcus Rashford was in a bad form. A lot of bad decisions in the parts of Marcus Rashford. But all in all, we can make use of 1 point is still good enough. We still sit top of the table comfortably. But today's video will be focusing on the game against Fulham, a predicted lineup of Manchester United against Fulham. But before I get into that, I want to say two things. That I expect us to win the game against Fulham for two major reasons. The first reason is that our away form has been outstanding this season. We have not lost a game so far in the Premier League this season away. We are in an amazing and top-notch form away in the Premier League this season. The second reason is that I expect us to win this game against Fulham is that Fulham sits among the bottom three in the Premier League table. So I don't see nothing except victory for Manchester United in this game. I mean, Fulham is in the bottom three, for Christ's sake. I don't know how we are going to lose this one. For a team aspiring to win the Premier League this season, I expect us to actually win this one. So now let's get into the lineup, my predicted lineup for the game against Fulham. Now, in the goal position, I expect David De Gea to retain his position. He has been in fantastic form for us this season. Excellent, commanding his back line pretty well. Against Liverpool, he produced an amazing save to deny Thiago. That was a world-class save, I must confess. So I expect David De Gea to retain his position in the goal post. In the centre-back pairing, I expect to see Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof retain their position in the centre-back pairing. Maguire was outstanding against Liverpool, no doubt about that. Though he had a very difficult start to the season, he has recovered brilliantly from the mental perspective. He has been wonderful from being locked up in the Greek prison and so on like that. So Harry Maguire has been top-notch for us this season. Lindelof also has been wonderful for us this season. So I expect him to retain his position, especially against Liverpool. The way he read danger, cleared up danger, his distribution from the back was amazing. So I expect those two to retain their centre-back pairing and be our starting defenders against Fulham. At the left back, I still expect Luke Shaw to start. Luke Shaw, for me, is still better than Alex Telles because he's a more complete fullback. Telles is more attuned to attacking. His defensive aspect of his game is still shaky, so I don't see Alex Telles displacing Luke Shaw from that left back position anytime soon, except Luke Shaw is injured. So I see Luke Shaw retaining his position against Fulham. I expect Ole to actually shuffle the pack in the FA Cup game on Saturday against Liverpool, but for this game against Fulham, Luke Shaw retains his position. Wan-Bissaka too also retains his position at the right back. He has been amazing for us. When I look at the game against Liverpool and I recall that moment when he produces amazing tackle to deny Mane dribbling pass, and I'm like, now this is the guy we signed. This is the right back. Though he still has a little bit of weaknesses, going forward, but still, Wan-Bissaka this season has pocketed Sterling. He has pocketed Mahrez. He has pocketed Mane this season. So he starts at the right back position. Now, at the midfield position, I do expect Ole, especially our two holding midfielders, I do expect Ole to switch and shake things up a little bit. So I will drop in Matic there. Matic will come in for Fred in this game against Fulham. Matic provides us balance, a much more needed balance, the ability to retain the ball. Fulham are a very physical side. His height and his presence, his calmness on the ball will be useful to break down a very deep line that I expect Fulham will deploy against us. So I expect Matic to start alongside McTominay. I call him Mac Sauce. in the double pivot position. So McTominay retains his position. I'm taking Fred out because I expect Fred to start against Liverpool this coming Saturday. So in my double pivot position, I'm dropping in McTominay and Nemanja Matic. Now at the left wing position, I go with Marcus Rashford. Rashford starts still. He had a bad game against Liverpool, no doubt about that, but he's Rashford. He has been if we are making a list of our best players this season, definitely Marcus Rashford will be among our best players this season. So Marcus Rashford retains his position on the left wing position. And in the 10th position, we all know who starts in the 10th position. It's no other than Lord Bruno himself. Bruno Fernandez himself retains his position as the number 10 position. I think he also had a bad game. Let me not say little. He had a bad game against Liverpool. But all in all, he's our best performer. Take out his assists, take out his goals for Manchester United this season. I don't see us being in that number 1 spot. So Bruno Fernandez starts. On the right wing position, I still expect Ole to keep doing this experiment he's doing with Pogba at the right wing. It's not been that bad, but He has not been the most effective in that position. But I still expect Ole. They've won a game with it. They've drawn a game with it. They won against our last game before Liverpool. We drew against Liverpool. So I expect Ole to keep the experiment of Pogba at the right wing position going. So I expect Pogba to retain his position. He might shuffle Pogba out in the game against Liverpool coming this weekend, but I expect Pogba to keep his position. Now, up front, personally, I would go for Cavani. Martial has not been in the best form so far this season. He has been up and down in his form and everything. So, against a very physical side like Fulham, that defense deep, I expect Cavani to start. I would go with Cavani in this game because Cavani gives us hold-up play, gives us physicality, it gives us aerial advantage, especially that aerial advantage that Martial would not give us in the air. So I expect Edison Cavani to start. So before we go, guys, what's your predicted scoreline for this game? Do you see us winning this game? And if you do see us winning this game, what's your scoreline? I see a 3-0 victory for me. That's my predicted scoreline. So go to the comment section, leave a comment below and drop your predicted scoreline. Thanks for watching this video. Like and share and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.